Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and sometimes things happening in my real life. Today I have my monthly makeup basket where I randomly go through my products and switch them up, randomly selecting all the products I use on my face except for eyeshadow. So if this is something you are interested in, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Alright, so let's start by going over what I picked last month and how many uses I got out of it and any feedback or, notes I have. So going down the list, I start with primer. That is the first thing I apply. So I had selected or was working on this guy here, which is what is left of my Yensa Tone Up Primer, or whatever it's called, Yensa Primer. And unfortunately, last time I went to use this, I did not put the cap on all the way, and this dried up, so this is all hard and unusable. So unfortunately, or fortunately, my Yensa primer is officially done and out of my collection. And so I have started using this guy here. This is from Wet n Wild. It is their Impossible Primer. The one silicone-free primer that does it all. So far I'm liking it. This is only my second time wearing it today, and so far it's working pretty good. It says it hydrates, it mattifies, it blurs pores. It seems to work fine for me, so I am going to enjoy using this. And I think right now it might be the only... No, I still have my Hydra Touch from NYX. So I have two primers in my collection, but I'm going to keep working on the Wet n Wild. Because I want to keep testing it and see how I feel. Moving on, we have my concealer. This month I was working on the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Concealer. I have mine in the shade Fair, and I do use it just under my eyes to help correct any circles. I am wearing it today and it seems to work fine. I have one other concealer in my collection and one eye brightener, so we'll be able to rotate through one of those today. Next, my foundation. I was working on the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I have mine in the shade 130 Snow, and it's pretty much empty. I have actually had to start taking the top off and scraping around on the sides, and I even had it upside down. That's why you can't see through it, because I had the product upside down to try and get some of it near the neck of the bottle, but if I open it up, I mean, it's pretty empty in there. I've been, like I said, scraping. I'll have to see if I can get a spatula in there to scrape out the sides, but I can see windowing all the way down through the bottom where I've been scraping it. So, and it has, when I pull it out, it has oxidized a bit, so this color on the wand is actually darker than the product, so I can still like move it around and it kind of lightens up and it goes on my face and it looks fine. So this is pretty much empty. So we're going to be working on something else this month. I think that one was in for 2 months. Yes. So yeah, it's been around for a little while and it's about time it got some love and it's about time to move out. So next we have my bronzer, and for that I brought in this one from Complex Culture. This is not the original packaging. It was a baked bronzer that just a small deluxe sample I got from Ipsy in the Complex Culture Sun Baked Bronzer in the shade Play. Unfortunately, mine had a big pan in it, and then it just broke and shattered, so I mashed it up more and put it in this little powder compact. Overall, I've worn makeup 8 times over the last month, so going back really quick, Yensa I had used 6 times before it dried out, and I've used 2 uses on the Wet n Wild, and then everything else so far has been 8 uses because I've done my makeup 8 times. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I am wearing it today. I'm wearing all these products today. I'm wearing all these products today, so this is a nice bronzer, and we'll go switch it up and see what we come up with next month. Alright, for blush, I was working on the Essence blush, the blush. I have the shade 70 Believing. A nice mauve toned blush, wearing it today on top of my lipstick, which I'm using as a cream blush. And I did use this all 8 times as well. The only problem is every Essence package I've gotten has broken on the hinge, and I tried taping this one, but the tape has torn apart. So I do enjoy Essence products, just the packaging could be a little sturdier for my taste. But yes, this, I have plenty of blushes, so this is going to roll out. Then for highlighter, I selected something randomly, got something from my Aspen palette. This is from BH Cosmetics. They're a Pre and Aspen. And I had randomly selected Snow Angel here, which is a nice blue. And that is what it looks like, but you can blend it out. And there it is on my hand. It's just nice. I am wearing it today. I've been wearing it all month and it's fine. It gives a slight blueness, but once you have everything else going on in your face, it's not that noticeable. So unless you put it on really strongly and don't blend it out, then it can be a little bit intense. But yeah, 8 uses on that, and that is rolling out. I have a lot of highlighters to choose from, so we'll see what we get later later in the video. Then for eyeliner, I had my purple eyeliner. This one is from NYX. It is in their Glide On, Slide On formula, and it is the shade Purple Blaze. And that is what it looks like. I did not wear this all 8 times. I only worn it 4 times. Because if I'm wearing a green look like this, I'm not going to put purple eyeliner on, although I could, technically, I guess. But I didn't, so I only wore it 4 times. It was in last month, so it is being vetoed for this month, and we're going to bring in something else because, you know, I want to rotate through them all. Also, I am going to be swapping out lip liners. I haven't been specifically drawing lip liners because I only have 2 in my collection, but I wanted to let you know last month and this month I was working on this one from e.l.f. It is their Cream Glide Lip Liner. Just a little inexpensive one I got at Ulta. This one is in Plum and Get It, and I have it on today underneath my bullet lipstick from Lipstick Queen in Crazed Greige, which is a very pale one, but it's a nice combo. I've worn it quite a few times over the last month, and I do like this combo. But I'm going to switch this out for my brown lip liner, which is from NYX, and it is in the shade Espresso, and it's just their pencil lip liner. And then for bullet lipsticks, I was working on Lipstick Queen, and I used this 6 times out of 8, so there were a couple times I used something else. And we're going to be bringing something else in because I have lots of other ones. One that is staying in is my Colourpop Lippy Stick in the shade Cami. I've been using this as a cream blush mostly, but a couple times I have worn it as a lipstick. I do have this in, I think, Throwback 30 to finish, so it is staying in the project for me to use because I want to get it used up. So that one I used 7 times, most of that, like I said, as a cream blush, but a couple times as a lipstick. And then finally I had my liquid lip, which is anything in a gloss or liquid or, yeah, anything that's not a bullet. And this one is a Supreme Gloss in the shade No Shame. And I wore this one 3 times. I usually, if I'm recording and my lips get dry, I'll reapply this. It is very pigmented gloss, so it's not something I'm comfortable wearing all the time because it is also very emollient and slips around, and I have a tendency of like smacking my lips together and then I end up with lip gloss all over my face. So I wear this occasionally and it's fine, it's hydrating, I like it, it's a nice color, but yeah, only 3 uses. So that is everything I worked on. Let me get myself ready and we're going to draw out my new products for this month. Okay, I am ready. So going down what I have already. So we're keeping in the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. That is staying in. For concealer, I'm picking one that I haven't used yet this year. And this is the last one I have not used yet this year. This is from Maybelline. It is the Fit Me Concealer in 001 Cool Ivory. It is a very light color concealer. And that is what it looks like there, and then we can blend it out, and it's a nice concealer. So gonna bring that in. For foundation, I have one foundation left that I haven't tried yet. I do have another one coming into my collection, so that one I will work on in the future. But for now, we're going with the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. This is in the shade Fair. This is one of those ones that starts off as a white cream, but needs to be shaken up a little bit more. Came out very separated. Give that a good shake. Okay, hopefully that comes out better. A little bit. So it comes out as a white, and then you mix it and blend it, and there it is there. It's a little bit dark for me, even though it's a fair, and I do think it oxidizes a little bit darker as it goes on, but it should, if I mix it with my, if it is too dark, I can mix it with the concealer to get a nice fair complexion for me. Words are hard. Okay, so next up is going to be bronzer. So this is the first one we're going to select. Okay, I had to get my phone. So we have six bronzers, 4 of which have already been used, but I'm still going to keep them in because just trying to pick between 2 is a little too limiting. So we're going to go through 1 through 6 and see what we get. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is one that I have not had yet. Let me grab that. It is from my BH Cosmetics Totally Plastic palette, and it is the darker shade in here, number 5. This one is too dark, so I didn't include it, but this one right here is a nice shade that I have been able to make work for me. And I have it right there. Just goes on nice light hand. It can get a little bit dark, but I am able to blend it out and it works fine. And I can also blend it with lighter colors if I need to. So we're bringing that one in. Okay, and then moving on to blush. I have 6 blushes as well. So we're going to go ahead and just select this. I do have the prevent rerolls turned off. Number 3 is from the Balm. It is called It's a Date. Let me grab that. Okay, here is It's a Date. It is just a peach blush. It is a matte blush, and this came from Ipsy, so it is just like a deluxe size. I think it has a bit of hard pan, so I might have to clear it off, but I am able to get some color. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It is right there. It is a very subtle blush. I feel like it used to be more pigmented, but like I said, it might have hard pan, which is why it's being hard to pick up. But yeah, that is a nice blush that I will be able to use, and it'll go nicely. Okay, moving on. Okay, so next we have highlighters. I have 11 or 12 highlighters, two of which, so I have 12. 2 of which I am eliminating because those are ones in my Aspen palette that I've already used. So that leaves us 1 through 10, and we'll go ahead and roll something for that. And we got number 2, okay, which is from Estate, and it is the, let me find it. Okay, a lot of these are from Ipsy, so this is from Estate. It is the Do Me highlighter in the shade Pearl. It is just a nice white highlighter, and I'll give you a swatch of that. So it is right there, just a nice light white with a hint of pink, I think. Everything's rhyming. A light white with a hint of pink, I think. Okay, so bringing that in. The next category is eyeliners, and as I said, I'm eliminating the Purple Blaze, but otherwise I have 6 eyeliners that are available, and so eliminating Purple Blaze means I am choosing from 5, so I'll go ahead and set that in my phone, and we're getting number 3, which is going to be Divine Kalo from Tanais. Alright, and this is it. This is their Kajal pencil. The color is called Divine Kalo, and it is a black eyeliner. It is a retractable sort of gel liner, and there it is there. And that is how much is left in the product. So we might actually finish that this month. It does not have a built-in sharpener, so that's one thing I don't like about it, but it is usable. So that is what we're bringing in for eyeliner. So that'll go with every look, because black goes with everything. Alright, and then moving on, my lip liner. I told you I was bringing in the NYX pencil liner, and this is in Espresso. It is a brown, and there it is there. I've also contemplated using this as an eyeliner, but the formula is quite stiff, and I find it a little bit hard to use on my eyes, so I'm just going to stick with using it on my lips. I have tried it on my eyes, and it was a little bit too stiff. So moving on, then we have come to my lip products. So let me get all set up for that. Okay, so next we move on to bullet lipsticks. I have 8 in my collection at this time. 2 have been eliminated from the roulette. One is my Cami, because I'm already working on that, and the second is Crazed Grayish, because I already had that 2 months in a row. So that leaves me with 6 possible choices. Let's see what we come up with. Number 1, which is from Context and is called Running Free. Let me find that. Alright, this is the lipstick from Context and the shade Running Free. Another item I got from Ipsy. That is what it looks like. Barely been used. It is nice, sort of nudie pink. There we go. Slightly on the brown side. So we'll be bringing that in. And then finally, a liquid lip product. Okay, so for liquid lip, that's anything that's a gloss or liquid lip cream, whatever. Anything that's not in a bullet, that's not just a clear gloss lip balm type product. I have 3 that have already been used, so that brings me down to 9 to choose from. And let's go ahead and roll one up and see what we get. Number 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is a sample from YSL. Let me find that. Alright, so I have these samples from YSL and the Rouge Volupte Candy Glaze Lip Care Balm. So they're tinted balms. I don't know how tinted they are. The only one I've used that was right here was a clear, but we selected this one here, which is called Red Thrill. I'm not going to swatch it for you right now, but I will remove it from the packaging. And I have the little brush here to apply it with. So we're going to give that our best shot and see how that looks. It might go good with that context, or it might not. I don't know. But I think that is everything. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've tried any of these products, have any feedback or comments or suggestions, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, remember to take care of yourself, stay true to you, and I love you no matter who or what you are, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!